A lot is going on. Um, yeah, we got what 6 more days left in Merc Retro. I don't know about y'all, but this Merc Retro has been. I don't know if it's the fact that I just chose not to pay attention to it, or if it is what it really is. This Merc Retro has not been that big of a deal. Um, One thing I can say is if you are already at a point of working on yourself, if you are already being what today's card is about, guiding yourself from within, controlling your own fires, can't nothing else put you out. And very few things can come into you and turn your fire into an inferno. So if you are going through anything in Merc Retro, um, don't give up. But what I will say is to start paying a little bit more attention to what's pushing your triggers. I saw something, and this is no disrespect if you were the person that posted it. It said something about keep your triggers on safety. No, take the fucking bullets out the gun. Take the bullets out the gun. One thing I have been noticing, and take this with a grain of salt, I'm a fucking contrarian, so I'm a conspiracy theorist by nature, is there is a shit ton of memes out here that are nothing but fucking damage. There are a shit ton of memes out here that tell you to do things that ain't gonna do nothing but keep you in trauma traps. And I'm not finna sit here and go through a bunch of them and tell you, oh, I saw this, and to me, this kicks off my trickster radar. No, use your own discernment. But when you look at a meme or when you look at somebody's words and that shit screams, take the pain in order to fucking learn how to get out of pain, don't take this gender specific, but I gotta say it. Run, bitch, run. Run, bitch, run, for real. It's some hurt motherfuckers out here, but at the same time, on the spiritual level, and if you don't understand that we are in a fucking spiritual war with things from within ourselves and things outside ourselves, they ain't letting us out for free. They're not going to let us out for free. You got to understand that psyops, psychological operations, ain't just something that the army do. This is something that happens. Sabotage happens on many levels. Self-sabotage, external sabotage, control sabotage, however you want to look at it. There will be information given to you that is fucking disinformation. This past week, one good thing about not being online or doing lives and stuff is I got to be my traditional role as an observer, as an observer, and I got to sit there and watch a bunch of shit. And it was like, what the fuck are we doing? And I think I posted it on one of my cards the other day. What are we doing? Are we being taught to nurture our traumas? And when you nurture your traumas, it's just like growing a fucking garden. You're only multiplying the motherfuckers so that you got more shit that you got to go through. And think about it. Traditionally, the more shit you put somebody through, the less shit, the less time they have to stop going through shit and figure out, I ain't got to go through shit in the first place. A lot of you are out here, and again, apply resonance. If it don't apply to you, pat your motherfucking self on the back. But a lot of people are going through shit because they think that they got to go through shit. And you're being taught, go through it. Go through it. Face this and face that. I ain't facing shit. I'm not running from shit, but I ain't facing shit. Again, my motherfucking most favorite word in my vocabulary right now is reciprocity. What am I gaining from interacting with you? What am I gaining from re-interacting with my past? What am I gaining from re-interacting with my passions? Hopefully everything. And then that's the fucking trap right there is, what are you fucking passionate about? Am I passionate about being understood? What do you mean? I need a motherfucker to know. No, you need to know. You need to know you. When you know you, you don't give a fuck who don't know you. Because when you start running to people who can't understand you, then you sit yourself back and you start playing the levels of understanding, the levels of awareness. This person don't understand me because they're still going through their shit. It's not that I'm better than you, and it's not that I'm worse than you. It's that I'm where I'm at. So I can only stay where I'm at from my perspective, and I don't need to share my perspective with you to get your perspective to look like my perspective. That's coercion. That's manipulation. Stay in your fucking lane. Stay in your lane. Do what works for you. Do what's good to you. But don't be out here trying to find your healing via somebody else's prescription. Fuck around, take somebody else's Percocet if you want to. Your ass be sitting around the corner high. So take your own goddamn drugs and be your own doctor. That does not mean that other people can't have components of your healing. Shit, we're interconnected. There are going to be people who have components of your healing. There are going to be people who have your motherfucking codes. You'll see me say that a lot because that's where the fuck I'm at. I'm decoding myself. Fuck ascension. Fuck ascension. Ascension is adding on shit, getting higher. I'm going lower. I'm getting low. Like, what's that fucking Beyonce song? Low, 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 low. Drop that motherfucker to the flow. That's where I'm going. I'm going way deep in here, and I'm meeting the motherfuckers inside of me, because I done met enough of the shit out here who adds on more layers. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. If we're going to sit there and keep saying, if we're going to sit there and keep saying that we have to learn to get out, the first thing you need to learn is yourself. We keep telling ourselves the only way out is within. It's the truth. The first way to get outside of yourself is to get inside of yourself and pull the fucking spring cleaning. Get rid of all the trash. But if you think that you're going to get out by going out and adding more stuff to put on top of you, you just pushed and suppressed yourself further in. Let's just do that. I was going to say as old as this planet is, and that's a debatable thing, so we're not going to do that. Let's just say that the knowledge that we can account for, let's just say 10,000 years. Way older than that. But let's just say the last 10,000 years of knowledge that can be accounted for tangibly and written records and shit like that. If you look at that, if we're saying that these are certain documents, these are certain formats, certain religions, certain sects, certain this, certain script, certain spells, certain. This is how you get out of here. Why are we still here? You have to understand that in getting out of the rat trap, the person that set the trap for the rat is going to set additional traps to keep the rat in the motherfucking trap. And that's where I'm going at with these meme shit, is there's a lot of shit out here to teach you, oh, it looked good, but the shit ain't good. And your fucking intuition is sitting there telling you, this shit sound like it's going to be dangerous than a motherfucker. But look, she cute. Oh, look, he cute. He got a six-pack. I'm going to listen to it. The fickleness of the human mind. The fickleness of the human mind will dismiss the content of the message in favor of a motherfucking pretty messenger. It's the whole basis of ads. It's the whole basis of why they do commercials and they get the beautiful motherfucker to do it, to put the product up in there. Hey, this medicine will give you anal leakage and suicidal thoughts, but look at her titties. I'll take it. We don't realize when we Jedi mind trick ourselves from a system that has been taught to Jedi mind trick you. So today is the 25. Today is the Queen of Fire. Today is guide yourself or end up being tricked by everything else to include yourself. The danger with that is your motherfucking 7. The 7, again, is your awareness. But we know what we want. Awareness and knowledge are not the same things. Awareness and knowledge are not the same things. I know fire gonna burn me, but am I aware that I shouldn't do it? There's difference. So just because something looks good to you and you know you want it, or you know you want to go through it, has your awareness taking you to a level to where I'm gonna be wise enough to make the choice on how I'm gonna move. The key to how you move should be in what's today, that 25 card. The Queen of Fire. The Queen of Fire holds her fire in her hand before she's worried about somebody else's. If you control your own fire, who gonna check you? Who the fuck gonna check you? Say, hey, Key. Can't nobody check you. Motherfuckers can think that they can check you. They can offer you their opinion and their perspective and their beliefs and all that other shit. But who gonna really check you? You, in the minute that you let somebody else's notion of what they have for you become what you actually do, that's allowance. We can do this shit all fucking day long. It's gonna get back. When I'm doing this right here, that 1 is pointing at you, that 3 was 3, creation. That 3 that's looking back at me is I have now created my own experience. If you are listening to the guidance of within and you know what you are being guided into, there's no tricks. There's no tricks. We've been getting tricked long enough. Oops, got your nose. Can't even fucking breathe no more. We can't breathe because we're trying to breathe. And so therefore we run towards anything that looks like it's going to give us breath. Oh, girl, that was the best thing I've ever heard. That works for me. And again, to be fair, some people's traumatic level of healing works for their levels of traumas. But somebody who has been through level 12 trauma needs a level 12 trauma program. Somebody who only got little minor shit that they just ain't even being aware of, trying to heal on somebody's higher level trauma, you ain't gonna do nothing but give yourself that amount of trauma trying to get out of trauma. Everybody don't have your healing format. Everybody does not have that blueprint for what you need for yourself. So guess what you need to do? Find that motherfucker on your own. Don't be out here guided by everybody else, to include my black ass. And I tell you that all day long. I mean, I am who the fuck I am. I'm a fucking trickster. I won't lie to you, but I'm not gonna tell you the goddamn truth either. All I can give you is a perspective. Really, what works for me is what works for me. And if I wake up tomorrow and the shit don't work for me, guess what the fuck I'm gonna do? Something different. So don't get hell-bent on this is what I need to fix me. Change is the only motherfucking constant. And if you are not able to constantly change what your needs are, Linda motherfucking Linda. With one more